Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so good morning, guys. I'm going to start off with telling you a little story. So one day this summer, I was at my boyfriend's house in Yorba Linda, and his mom called me out into the backyard to see something. And she's like, come look at this, come look at this. So I go out there and I see this tarantula. And it looks like it's floating. I don't see anything next to it, it's just floating. And I was like, what is that? And she goes, go look at it closer. So I get a little closer, and I see this like orange-looking fly on top of it. So I go, what is that? And she goes, oh, it's a tarantula hawk. And I was like, what? She goes, yeah, they're like common here in Yorba Linda. And I was like, I've never heard of that. She told me, and I looked it up, that these tarantula hawks will bite or sting a tarantula, which paralyzes it, and then it will fly it back to its nest and eat it. So I was amazed by it. So if any little creepy crawling creatures have made you squirm or even sent you running, my topic today might have you doing the same. Of course, I'm talking about bugs. I grew up loving bugs and always wanted to know more about the insect world. I even wanted to be an entomologist, which is the person who studies bugs. Because of this, I've done a tremendous amount of research on bugs and insects in California. I've also had first-hand experience with some of these bugs, like the tarantula hawk. So, knowing about certain parts of the insect world can sometimes save you from uncomfortable pain or possibly even death. Today I want to share with you some horrifying details about the insect world in Southern California. I also am going to highlight for you some facts about dangerous bugs, techniques for spotting them, and what to do when bitten by these menacing bugs. Everyone should know at least a couple crucial details about some of the insects here in California. There's an enormous amount of different kinds of insects in the world. The insect world makes up a majority of the animal kingdom, and these bugs can also carry around deadly diseases that are transferred to humans. There's a wide range of species of bugs in the world. Fact Zoo reported that there are over 1 million named or known different kinds of species in the world. That means that you could spend your whole life looking at one bug or even a couple different bugs and never even see all the bugs in the world. You can then further break down insects into specific types, showing the diversity of bugs. Fact Zoo also had some rough estimates of species count by types that are like 2,000 different types of praying mantises, 360,000 different kinds of beetles, 20,000 different kinds of dragonflies, and the list can go on and on. Bugs make up a majority of the animal kingdom. Phenology reported that insects are up to 80% of the animal kingdom, and yet we still don't give them that much attention. Insects, we don't give them enough attention, even though insects are the only animals that are around humans 24/7. At any given point, a human is only 9 feet away from a spider, reported Chris Buttle, a scientist who studies spiders. Some bugs are pretty dangerous to humans, and they can also carry around deadly diseases that they have picked up. Phenology reported that out of every 100 mosquitoes, 1 female carries a disease that could be fatal to humans. So, Melissa Garcia, a research associate at Bayer College of Medicine, told how a parasitic insect nicknamed the kissing bug is a silent killer that is spreading a disease called Chagas in the U.S. So this is the bug, the kissing bug. This bug will bite victims, ingest their blood, and then defecates on them. So when victims wake up, they unknowingly rub this into their open membranes. And Melissa predicted that there are close to 300,000 people in the U.S. that have been affected already by this bug. The scary thing is that some of the symptoms or effects of Chagas may not show up for a while, in some cases even years. Then slowly it will shut down victims' organs and could kill them. Insects can also be responsible for the massive spread of diseases like malaria, Lyme disease, plague, yellow fever, and most recently, West Nile, but there are many others. People need to know about bugs because there are so many different kinds of insects around us at any time. They make up a majority of the animal kingdom, and they can be harmful and even deadly to human beings. Next, since we know a little about how dangerous bugs or insects can be, we will now talk about some techniques for spotting them. Knowing the signs of dangerous bugs can be the difference between life and death. Dangerous bugs usually can be easily identified due to their beautiful colors, warning signs they give off, and the physical adaptations of their bodies. Dangerous bugs usually have unique coloring that predators know not to attack them. Jerry Coyne, a researcher reported that the unique coloring of bugs is called aposematic coloration to warn off predators. An example of aposematic coloration can be seen in the black widow's bright red belly, so that's this one. We can see this in other insects like the tarantula hawk I talked about with the orange spot. So insects will usually not attack unless provoked, but when provoked they will usually let us know before they attack with a couple warning signs. Nathan, an author of an article called Asian Giant Hornet on the site WildFacts, spoke of 2 venomous Asian giant hornets that give off signs. He said that either a hornet will move their bodies from side to side like shaking to let the other hornets in their nest know that an attack is about to happen, or they make a clicking noise. So that's the giant Asian hornet, and it's very venomous. So a lot of people in Asia have actually died from being stung by them. So another example of an insect giving a warning sign would be the stink beetle, which I'm pretty sure all of you guys know about. Jeff Mighton, a biology professor and expert, said stink beetles raise their backs right before they spray with a foul smell to keep predators away. When you see their backs raise, it usually tells predators to back off. Any physical adaptations you see on an insect usually let you know that they're dangerous. An article by Earth Sky said that beetles have stingers or adaptations of their bodies because they will sting you if they feel a threat to their hives or to themselves. Their ultimate goal is to protect the hive, and since worker bees do not reproduce, the only way that they can ensure that their genes are passed on is by protecting the hive and all of their relatives inside, therefore making it essential they have dangerous stingers. Most dangerous insects can bite or tear your skin, will have what is called mandibles. Mandibles are the part of the mouth that allow insects, like spiders, to bite and chew people's skin. According to BugBio's website, mandibles are the things that look like fangs and are adaptations of insects to show that they are more dangerous than insects that do not have mandibles. Mandibles can be seen in this picture right here, so those are those fangs. We just have to look for some of the signs because bugs usually give warning signs about how dangerous they are. Knowing dangerous bugs are usually brightly colored, give off warning signs, and have special adaptations make them or let us know that they are dangerous and can help people from having less accidents with these bugs. Finally, since we know some of the ways we can avoid dangerous insects, let's talk about what to do if and when you are bitten by a menacing insect. Not all insects are dangerous, but when we encounter a dangerous or potentially deadly bug, it is crucial we know exactly what to do to make sure that these bites do not turn fatal. The first most important thing to do if bitten or stung by an insect is to be able to identify which insect has bitten you. So these are some examples of bites. This first one is the black widow, which you guys saw on the other side. So Medicine Health says if you can provide a doctor with what has stung or bit you, it is extremely valuable to medical professionals to be able to diagnose the problem and start treatment right away. Medicine Net suggests you examine the area where you were bitten to make sure nothing else is in the wound or sticking out of the wound, and clean the area to the best of your ability. The next important thing when encountering dangerous or potential deadly insects is to seek medical attention. If you know the signs I described earlier that an insect is deadly and has bitten you, then you need to seek immediate medical attention. A medical site called NHS recommends that if you are in excruciating pain, you should, as safely as possible, go to the hospital right away because you could have been bitten or stung by a deadly insect. The excruciating pain is probably from venom and poisons now flowing through your body. First aid for bites and stings also recommends seeking immediate medical attention if a person can visibly see they're having an allergic reaction. So, and this one right here, this is the Chagas disease I was talking about with the kissing bug. So this happened like overnight, so this would be a visible allergic reaction happening right away. However, in general, it is best to seek medical attention if someone is in doubt because symptoms of dangerous bug bites or stings might not always present themselves right away. Remember, knowing what has bitten or attacked you and seeking medical attention right away are the best things to do when encountering dangerous insects to ensure your own safety. Ultimately, there are many things that can harm you in life, but sometimes paying attention to the smaller things can be the most important. Today we've talked about some of the basic facts involving bugs and what they are capable of. For instance, insects being able to spread deadly diseases like Icagis. We also now know some of the basic signs of knowing a dangerous bug from a non-dangerous bug, like the coloring or physical adaptations. And finally, we went over what to do if bitten by a dangerous insect, which usually will require seeking medical attention. As E.O. Wilson once said, if we were to wipe out insects alone on this planet, the rest of life and humanity would mostly disappear from the land within a few months. Insects will always be a part of our lives and might send people screaming or running away. But knowing how to deal or recognize dangerous insects will put some people's minds at ease and maybe even allow them to appreciate the good bugs can do.
There you go.
I'm surprised. There's like 3 different tastes.
So Jess, what did you think? Jess Sanchez, you're not here?
Yes, no, I'm
Oh, I'm
right
sorry.
here. So I think that your attention grabber was really good. You like told the story and it was like really intriguing. This is like a floating spider or floating tarantula. And the fact that you knew a lot about it, like you obviously were really you liked the subject. I know that's weird, but you liked the subject, so you knew a lot about it and you had a lot of facts and you cited all of your facts. Like I was trying to count all of them. You cited like at least like 7 or 8 facts, I would think. Like it was a lot. You, however, did talk. You had too many facts. Like you kind of, I mean, you did tell us a lot about it. They were all different facts, which was good. You weren't repeating it. You talked really clear, but you were talking really fast because your speech was really long. You could have ended when you started saying like you need to like really notice the smaller things in life. Like I thought it was gonna end there. Like that was like a really good end point. You could have ended there, but you used another quote, which is not bad. You just kind of like overly talked about it, but it was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to echo a lot of the things that you said. I thought the opening was very good. We know where you're headed with the speech is an excellent preview. The source citations are thoroughly cited. Organizationally, it's topical. I do think that you get a little bit lost on a couple of points, but you had good transitions between 2 points, definitely. On the visual materials, I think that you were a little quick on making the one switch on the first point, but once you got there, you explained everything, and then you utilized the visuals, I thought, pretty effectively in talking about the subject matter as you got to it. So it was usually shown at an appropriate time, and it's nice and large and easy to see. The delivery, you're a little dependent on the script at times. I know that we've got a lot of information. I think that's part of the problem. It really feels like you're speaking in front of us and not to us, and I think that that's a problem. We'll work on that on the next evaluation, on the next assignment. And it's 10 minutes and 40 seconds, so it's almost 3 minutes overtime. That's a lot, you know, and Matthew's pissed off because he's not going to get to speak today, and he's going to freak out that he has to keep thinking about this for another couple of days. All right, so thank you very much.